Well, Hero Tyler's back with retro reviews. Tyler's retro reviews with WCW Slamboree 1994. Yeah, this is our last of the May reviews, and we're going into the next month of June and all that. And I got hopefully this next month will be better because this has been a weird month for me, basically. Um, yeah, let's talk about it. It was May 22nd at the Philadelphia Civic Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So it's in ECW country and all that. Um, anyways, so the June schedule you'll obviously know. With next week's review, we'll get to that after this, basically. But the other ones you obviously know about King Ring 99 and TNA Slammiversary 2011 and all that. So there's that. And um what else? Basically there's that. So at the beginning of this, now if you know earlier this month when I did the Spring Stampede review that Sting won the international world title, but he dropped the belt to Rick Rude in Japan, but Rude unfortunately got that injury that ended his career and the belt was vacated. So the belt was being determined on this show by Sting and Vader and all that. And this is to be the last time we got two world titles in WCW because they would unify that crappy one with the big gold belt, and they kept the big gold belt because, I mean, if I was in the, that, yes, I would obviously keep the big gold belt. But, but yeah, that was basically why I said about that. Anyways, let's talk about this. We start with the United States Championship match. Steve Austin defeats Johnny B. Bad in a solid U.S. title match. And yeah, solid all I have to say about it. But unfortunately, Austin's run in WC would be over after this. Why? Because this is also I forgot to mention this is the last WCW before Hogan came in and then all his friends came in and Austin dropped the Jim Duggan and all that. But then again, we wouldn't get Stone Cold because of it, so maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Who the fuck knows? Um, Still, it was a really solid U.S. match. A 7 out of 10, I'll give it. Yeah, it was. Anyways, then Terry fucking totally Blanchard into the double disqualification. This was like a Legends match, basically. I also forgot to mention this was like the second year in a row they did like a Legends reunion thing for a Slamboree. They did again the year later and the year prior. So that was all it was. That was basically that. Yeah. Funk would be play a bigger role later on in the show, but that's like right after the next match and all that. I mean, it was a fine match. You got a 5 out of 10, but there was a lot of those legend segments on this show. Good grief. Anyways, then Larry Sabisco defeats Lord Steven Regal, not for the TV title for some reason. They did have the TV title change hands in a taping or something like that, but not here. But which is kind of interesting, and I don't know why, but still. Yeah, it was a decent match. I give it a 5 out of 10. I give it again. Anyways, then we get a bull rope match between Dustin Rhodes defeating Bunkhouse Bug. It was a good bull rope match. The fans were chanting blood or something like that. Make him bleed or something like that. But yeah, the fans wanted some blood because we're in Philadelphia and all that. But this is before it easily became extreme. Let's be fair here, but still. Anyways, Dustin won, and afterwards Terry Funk attacks him, and this led to the stud table, all that, and of course led to all of that, and then the Barry Dawson's character, what was his name again? Blacktop Boy, that's right, and then that infamous King of Rock match, the falling area on Sense. Let's not talk about that one again. Anyways, let's not talk about that one again, okay? So, 6.5 I'll give this match. There's that. Anyways, next up is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, the main belt is third to last on this show. But I get the reason why they did this. Because, let's be fair here, that Sting and Vader deserved the main event spot. Let's be fair here. Ric Flair fought a mystery opponent, and I think Parker teased a blonde-headed guy, all that. Again, they teased Hogan, but it wasn't Hogan, it was Barry Windham, and Ric Flair defeats Barry Windham. This has nothing to do with this whole thing. We always know where Ric Flair is going to lead to. His match with Hogan at Bash of the Beach 94 and all that. We know about that one. So yeah, the match was a solo matchup, and it's just 7.5. I'll give this one. Ric Flair won. He faces the winner of the main event matchup, which we'll get to in a moment. And there's that. Then we get the second to last match on the card, the semi-main spot, the Broad Street Bullying match for the WCW Tag Team Championships with Dave Sheldon as the special referee. What the fuck is that? It's mostly just a no holds bar match with Falls Count Anywhere. That's basically it. Tried to check Kevin Sullivan defeats the Nasty Boys to win the tag titles. It was a fun little street fight, but it was what it was. It was, and basically there is that. I guess yeah. Yeah. This was. I think this was right after Katcheg lost his ear in Germany and all that. And speaking of Mr. Katcheg, like some point after this period, he was the champion fighting Sabu and all that, and then afterwards he spat on the belt or something like that and threw the belt on the floor and all that. And you understand why Skull had one of them had the missing side plate of it? Yeah, that's because Katcheg threw that belt in ECW. You always know Katcheg was on his way out, and yeah. 6 out of 10 I'll give this one. I know it's a little too critical, but it was a fun one, but still. Finally get the main event for the vacated WCW International World Heavyweight Championship. Like I said, this match was made on this show. This was supposed to be Rick Rude versus Vader, but Rude's career was over after this, so they went with Sting versus Vader, and Sting defeats Vader in this one. This was the best match on this show. I mean, come on. And yeah, there's a chicanery, there's a ref bump also, and Sting won the match and won the vacated belt, and they did the unification afterwards on the Clash of Champions, and Ric Flair won that one, and of course, the big old belt became the main WCW World Heavyweight Champion once again, and all's right in the world. And Hogan came in afterwards, like I said. This was, like I said, the final WCW before Hogan came in. But still, 8 out of 10 I'll give it. So yeah, Slamboree 94 was... Honestly, it didn't have many bad matches. That's actually... not bad, so... yeah. But it's kind of a okay show. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'll give it. So next week we're going back to the Ruthless Aggression for 2003's Judgment Day, and this is funny enough. This is like the last one, the last B period when Raw and SmackDown wrestlers became co-branded, because we'll talk about why next week and all that. So yeah, I'll see you for my main channel versus SmackDown review, and then the United episode, and then Clash and Alien, and then we're done for now. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel notification, as well as my main channel also in there. Bye.